Douglas is in the room. Welcome, Douglas. Welcome, Dr. Marie. Welcome, everybody. Come on camera if you can. Look at y'all. You already know it. I love my people. My people know this is a camera situation.
So
But
it
ready?
looks, is there a delay with, okay, so
There
it's
it is.
all right. It's not showing how it needs to show for me.
Give us a second, you guys. You're welcome to stay in the room or I can put you in the waiting room. But it should take five
Okay,
minutes. We just want to make sure her screen.
perfect.
Oh,
All right.
you got what you need, honey?
All right, good.
There we go. All
We good to go.
right, let's
Yeah,
see.
is it
Yep.
showing?
I see the grow over, just see the screen. And you could actually make it bigger when it's time. Like like full screen,
Wait.
the bottom.
It is full screen.
It is? Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, let me try something else.
I say full screen because I see
Uh,
your browser at the top.
yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can make
People.
it fuller than it is.
Welcome more people.
Okay. All
And
right. Is it full now?
now it's full. That's what I wanted. Ta-da.
Okay. Ta-da,
Okay.
ta-da.
Fixed it
Let's
on yet. That's
see.
what we call this, the test kitchen. Y'all.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
do all the testing. Yay.
Yay, Allison, you can take this off of full screen for now. Stop your presentation. We'll do introductions first and then come back
Okay.
to you.
Then we're gonna have to play. How do you do that again?
No, we will do it. Aisha, Douglas, you guys able to come on camera for us, please?
Yes. I was doing a little bit of multitasking, but you have my full attention.
Love it, love it, love it. Um,
Okay, perfect.
welcome. Hello, people. Maisha, what about you? Maisha's a new person I met. Douglas,
Misha's my best friend. So
Misha. Oh,
she's a
yeah.
bit of, yeah, she's a bit of a rebel. We do everything off camera.
Hi, Misha.
She's probably multitasking as well because this is her work time. Mm.
Love
I can
it.
relate.
I get that completely. My car went away. All right, so it's seven. We usually give it to like 7:05, so one more minute. Let folks
Mhm.
arrive, and then I will introduce what this is all about. Welcome to the test kitchen, you guys. And I will also video. Dr. Marie, can you come on camera? She's also usually multitasking. Um,
Oh,
but
Yeah, I
just
usually came from a lot. Actually, you're right. I have two Zoom going on, you guys, and then something else.
yeah.
And I just get off my own live. Okay, what is this camera doing? You see, I got the memo. We in yellow. We match.
Yeah. I don't have the red lips yet, though. I don't know where my
Get the
lips are.
memo.
Give me a second.
I got the memo. Click on that.
well, Chantel and I got the memo. We in blue.
You blue. It's not bright enough here, so it's a little quick gray. It's a little quick
Yeah,
gray.
Oh,
You
she
put
went and
eye
got the red
concealer the whole
lips.
time?
I gotta do it right, y'all. Come on. Okay.
Hey, if you're gonna do it right.
Do it right. Figure it out some way, somehow. I'm going to record. This is going to be record. It is recording. We're
Mhm.
recording. Hello, people. We are recording. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the test kitchen. I'm so glad you all are here. This is presented to you by the Beautifully Fed Collective. The Beautifully Fed Collective is a collection of all of my favorite people. We are entrepreneurs, we're creatives, we are friends and family in some cases, or becoming that. And we connect generally on Zoom and Bloom, our co-working space. And that is a place where we hold each other accountable and we come and we get our work done online in community. And it's a beautiful space. And Chantel, Simone, Allison, Dr. Marie are all part of Zoom and Bloom and the collective. And what I offer to the collective, in addition to the space to co-work and be accountable, is this. The Test Kitchen is a platform where we get to share our ideas, things related to our businesses, whether it's a new product, offering, a service, or an old product offering or service. And in this case, Alison is presenting an idea that she's been incubating for some time and actually got re-presence to it during one of our co-working spaces. We are talking about living in isolation, living alone. A lot of us are solopreneurs, living independently, and wondering what it would look like, to live in community. And then Allison was like, "Wait a minute." I have something that I've been thinking about. So she's going to be presenting that here today. And every month we invite one of our members to share their thing. But before Allison gets started, I always love to begin with knowing who's in the room and why you came today. So I told you about the collective. We've got some new people here. Maisha, Allison, you could say something new about her, and I'll tell you something new about Douglas, and then we'll let you guys say something about yourselves, okay? And including what I want you to say, and I'll begin. What I want you to say is your name, where you're from, like, or where you are, where you're from, where you are right now. And what is it that you think of when you think about living in community? What's one word that comes to mind when you think of living in community? Okay. There goes the other Maisha. See, that's why I was confused because I have a Maisha that I brought to this thing too. Look at that. Hello, Maisha. Mc McLeod or McLeod. Welcome, my Maisha.
Hi
And
guys,
is it,
it it's Misha.
I was gonna ask, is it, well, it's Misha. Hi, Misha. Okay.
Hey.
Is yours Misha too, Allison, or is yours my
Yes, they're Misha.
honey? There are two Mishas. Look at this.
Hi.
Hello, the Mishas. Fantastic. Okay, we'll get to know more about you shortly. I am Karen Joseph, the founder of the Beautifully Fed Collective. I am from New York City, the Bronx, lived in Brooklyn for many years, and now I'm in Florida. And when I think of living in community, I think of the word that comes to mind is belonging. Yeah, a sense of belonging. Okay. And I pass it to Allison.
Thank you so very much, Karen. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Welcome, welcome. So, I'm Alison Godwin, and you're going to hear a lot about me backstory. But, fun fact about being in this space right now is I'm not that techie. So, I'm going to get all the awkwardness out. We're going to laugh with all the bloopers. I was gonna say, I remember that happened to me when, there's those awkward moments of something strange happening. But I want you to feel comfortable. I am gonna do a introduction when we actually start, so I'll give the opportunity for everyone else to go ahead and, share about themselves.
Okay.
And I choose, let me see, Misha McLeod or McLeod, if I messed up your name, blooper number one. Is she able to?
It's me, guys. Hold on. I'm having
Okay,
a
good.
I'm
While you get yourself sorted, Misha, why don't you
Mhm.
go on the other Misha? Your Misha.
That other Misha's driving. So let's go with Simone.
Okay.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
you guys. So my name is Simone Fairchild. I'm originally from Maryland. I live in Los Angeles now, and the word that comes to mind when I think of community is support.
Support. Love it. Good stuff. Okay. Choose somebody to go next, Simone.
Oops, oops, oops. Chantel.
Hello. My name is Chantel. I am based in good old sunny Florida. Been here so far all my 33 years of life, from the South to Central, and the last few years back in South.
Good
And
stuff.
when I think of community, the word that comes to mind is comfort. So a
Mm,
place to feel comfortable with the people around you because you can be authentically yourself.
love that. Thank you, Chantel. And choose somebody to go next.
How about Douglas?
Thank you, Chantel. Good evening, you guys. My name is Douglas Keith. I typically go by Doug. I want to thank Karen for inviting me onto this lovely platform. I look forward to learning a little bit more about community. Born and raised in South Florida. I'm currently in Miramar, Broward County, so I definitely represent Broward County. And when I think of community, I think of sharing and warmth. So there's something about community that just makes me feel warm. I know someone said belonging, so that's a very good word as well. And when you're in community, one of the first things that comes to my mind is sharing the resources, sharing the time, and of course, sharing the love and the support.
Love that. Thanks, Doug. Choose somebody to go next.
Let's do Pernell.
Perfect. Pernell's on camera. Wow.
Hello, guys. I'm just tuning in, so I'm sorry for being late.
No worries at all. We're sharing our name, where you are, where you're from. You could say what you do, and then what word comes to mind when you think of community?
Okay. Again, my name is Pernell Wilson. I am in Maryland. I'm a civil engineer. At the office, I usually wear my hat, keeps my head warm, so I don't like being cold. What I think of community, community to me, community to me is assortment of family, friends,
Mm.
infrastructure, environment,
We
and
said one word,
and
but
atmosphere.
we'll take those. Cool. Environment, infrastructure, family, and friends. Got you. Thank you, Pernell. That's my cousin, y'all. Pick somebody to go next, please. Pernell.
Okay,
Right?
how do we check the list here? Let me see.
So
Go-
Dr. Marie, Misha.
Okay, let's go with Dr. Marie.
All right, thank you. I'm Dr. Marie. I'm in Boston. And the word that comes to me, belonging is already there, but for some reason, gardening and nature comes to
I love
mind.
that. I love that that comes to mind for you. Awesome. I was picturing it, but I can't find the words for it. So yes, that gardening, nature. Choose somebody to go next, my love.
All right, Misha.
Misha, you're up.
Sorry about the tech issues, guys.
No,
Um,
no, it's the last
m-
one.
my name is Misha. I'm from South Florida. I spent my formative years here, but my adult years, I lived in Maryland. I lived in DC. I lived in Charlotte. I've been back in South Florida, which is my hometown, for about 4 years now. When I think of community, I think of skill set. I think of like
Hmm.
in a village, everyone has a role and everyone comes with their, level, their subject matter expertise. And so I think of skills. And I don't know what movie this is from. Maybe one of y'all know, but some quote in a movie was like, every finger on the hand, when you ball it up, it makes a mighty fist. I just think about that. So yeah.
Hmm. I love that too. Does anybody know what movie she's talking about? I'm not the one with movie references. Do not ask me. It's all good. It's fine. Um, the other Misha Carey, can you go?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Allison's best friend. From Jamaica. I've lived here most of my life. I am a behavior resource teacher and a behavior analyst. And when I think of community, to be honest, the first thing that came to my mind was my HOA fees. But
Oh,
but I think of fellowship.
you said fellowship?
Fellowship, yes.
I love that.
Um, so getting to know my neighbors.
Very good stuff. Thank you, Misha.
You're welcome.
Um, and Allison, I want to know your word. I know you're going to give a whole,
Yeah.
situation before you get into that. What is your word?
My word is Misha just gave everything that she does. She forgot to say she's a doctor. She's a new doctor, but she's a doctor as well.
I love it. A physician
No,
or a
go, Misha, you're
doctor?
doctor of
In
education.
education and ABA.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations, Dr. Misha. Love it.
You're
Dr. is
welcome.
also a doctorate in education.
Yeah.
And you said your word, Allison, is
My word is love. I love love.
yay. Oh, I love that.
Because
Love,
everything works out when you got love.
honey, doesn't it though? I mean, for the most part. Um,
Mm,
marriages, that's different. I mentioned what I do. Simone is a CEO, founder, and filmmaker. Yeah. You guys, you
mhm,
feel free to put in the chat what it is you do if you've got links to your website, whatever. What I love about the Beautifully Fed Collective, we are a generous space. We share who we are,
mhm,
what we are. We support one another. And this is just one of the ways we do it. So, Allison, I'm going to give it over to you. But wait, Hannah's here. Hannah. I know it's really early for Hannah. Hannah's in the Philippines and it's 7 in the morning for her, 7:17 a.m. So thank you for being
mhm,
here, darling. We are sharing who we are, where we are in the world. I just told them that. And what word comes to mind when you think of community? So please share that. You can speak. If it's too early to speak, just type it in and we'll get that in. And then Allison will talk. Well, before Allison talks, I want to give a brief, just like some context as to I kind of told you why. I want to give you a little bit more because Simone was part of the conversation. Also, Daphne was part of the conversation. She's not here. So, waiting for Hannah's word. She's probably still thinking about it. So, Hannah, what does community mean to you? And as a way to present you, Allison, I just want to share, like I said, the co-working space is Zoom and Bloom. A few of our members are here. It is Simone, Allison, Dr. Marie, Chantel, myself, and Hannah. And we co-work together online, we're in different places. It doesn't matter. We pop in whenever we can. We were just in Zoom and Bloom before we came into here tonight. And we work on the things that are important to us, the things that we need to get done, the things that we procrastinate about. And after we work for 25 minutes or 50-minute sessions, and in between the sessions or when a session ends, we kind of go around and see how people did. But sometimes there's opportunity to kind of share and talk and find out what's going on with folks. And it was during one of these sessions that we were having a conversation about isolation, loneliness. Simone, you remember that conversation that we were having about like working together, what it would be like to like live in community with people. I had been caring for my dad at that time, and we were just like we were imagining what home could look like, reimagining. And then Allison told us about this idea that she had, and she's been really quiet about it since we talked. And I've learned just very recently that she's actually been putting some things in place around it. So I'm really excited to find out what she has and to see how we can pour into her and support the project and also see what comes up for us because we might be thinking about different ways that we can connect with our communities, whether it's to live, to co-work, whatever. And yeah, I just want to have a conversation about that. You guys down for that? Yay. I'm glad you're here too, Purnell. Being a civil engineer, he does this kind of thing. Like communities is his jam. Building communities, creating infrastructure is what he does. So, Allison, take it away.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very
I
welcome.
am just so excited to be able to do this tonight. I am being very vulnerable and transparent tonight, guys. So just give me a moment. Oops, hold on. Let's do this over.
You could say a few words before you start your screen.
Yeah, I am gonna, well, it's part of it on the screen
Oh, the
too.
screen, the screen tells
Yeah,
you what to do. I know.
yeah,
That's okay.
yeah. I'm trying to escape out of it now, and it won't.
Let's see.
Okay, I got it.
You
All
ready?
right, yeah.
While she's pulling up, you guys, you can read the chat if you can. People are sharing who they are and giving links to themselves, which is really cool.
Yes. Um, tell me.
Douglas, remind me to connect you with Daphne, one of our members. She does short-term rentals, getting them into compliance. And she could probably use some of your contractors to make that happen.
Yes.
Okay.
I got you. I will remind you.
Thank you. Mhm. All right, Allison.
So I really like how we started off. Thanks again, everyone, for coming. You're gonna see me doing this because I'm navigating two screens, so I hope I don't make you dizzy. But I just wanted to give you a little backstory of the Grove. The Grove, it's a proven recipe finally being built into walls. So every generation have their most successful people with their patterns and so forth. The Grove engineers that proximity. It brings it where residents are able to work either remote, in persons, as entrepreneurs, creatives, living and working, in a walkable community in South Florida. And the co-working space essentially is it's the daily collision point for everyone where you have the opportunity to brainstorm with one another. You have the opportunity to, just do your daily living because a lot of entrepreneurs now work from home. And fun fact is that when I really started to focus in on this presentation, I realized, oh my goodness, my dad is the reason why I keep having this desire to have a community because he was an orphan. He grew up in an orphanage when before he was in the orphanage, he kind of went around with this lady who was a salesperson and they slept on people's porches at night. So they didn't have a home per se. It was the generosity of individuals as they go day to day selling items. This was back in the day, you know how it had the door-to-door salesman
Mhm.
selling like cleaning supplies and trinkets and all of these different things, electrical stuff, all of that. So that's what he did with this individual, and I got a hold of a piece of his memoirs that he was writing, and it had talked about a night that he slept on the porch and he was able to, just looking up and, being an islander, there's always some tale and some fable. He saw this burning light going across the sky and, back then we called them sukanyas and da 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 da. But, you know, seeing him in that moment, capturing him in that moment, but also I could visualize myself in the moment in the two-story house that he designed in the community that he formed and sold property for, giving other people. So it went from capturing the moment of a homeless young boy who used to be a entrepreneur going door to door to a man who built a community,
Mm.
that he was able to sell it. He was able to be he did different things in his life that he ended up becoming a contractor, a developer, then helping people finance their own home dreams.
Wow.
So, and
Mm.
everything I do is with God first. So you would see scripture on each slide. I may not read every scripture, but they are there because I put him first to seal everything.
Mm.
And Jeremiah 29:11 starts off with, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares
Mm.
the Lord. Plans for you to prosper and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future."
Mm.
So thinking the amount of times this project came up in different ways, I'm just so excited because I feel I'm at the place where it's going to be physical. It's
Mm.
not a if, but, and, or maybe. Okay. So for today, our focus will be what will we cover? The vision. So what the Grove is and why it matters. The property itself, the first property I've identified is here in Palm Beach County. Why this market? The revenue model, because any dream has to be funded. So looking at it from the three streams of revenue, which is our shared short-term rental, something else that came from here,
Mm,
um,
smart.
the co-working space, as well as the event space, because I'm a Trini, love to party, love to host. Yeah, that's a given. And
Yeah.
then the partnership, the DNA of the partnership. So that emotional strength, the who we seek and what values they hold, the core model of those people, the courage, the resilience, the grace, and nobody wants to waste anyone's time. So we'll discuss that and the strategy, the compass that's going to drive us into this. So you're getting to be the eyes and ears of the project for the first time in seeing it through my eyes and ears. And then there'll be that ask. So the growth, so it's not just a property, it's a purpose. It is God reveals our very essence. So for every decision begins with Him. So all of us have businesses here, and that came with an idea. And then that idea, you visualized it
Mm,
and before you were able to build it and then you started implementing it and the community that we were talking about that is just so important because the community is what gives us the opportunity to really project faster. We could do it by ourselves. There's the saying, if you want to go long, if you want to go
fast.
fast, you go by yourself. But if you want to go long, you
Fine.
partner up.
Yep.
So that is why we have our community first endeavor. And then the very so deeply, authentically, without apology.
Mm,
We have these preconditioned identities of the way we're supposed to think, what we're supposed to say, the way we're supposed to behave. All of that came from somewhere. But we're individuals. We don't have to cookie cutter to anything.
thank you.
You
Fact.
know, there is guidance, and there's guidance because instinctually, we are community people, we are service people, and everything we do is not just for our prosper, it's for around us to prosper,
Yeah.
for us to live in environments that we prosper. So that's where the essence comes. The
Yeah.
truest experience of your purpose and calling, it's for it to be established.
I have a question for you, Allison, before you
Sure.
continue. Do you prefer people to hold their questions till the very end, or is it okay if they interrupt if something comes up and they feel moved to
They
respond?
can they can definitely raise hands, and if you can assist me with that, they can also
Put it in the chat.
um put it in the chat. If they're feeling something and they just want to put it in the chat, put it in the chat because we're recording this, so it's great for us to go back and capture that.
Exactly.
So
I
yes.
you
Yes,
heard
and I am gonna have some parts where I'm gonna ask questions.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Raise your hands, people. All right, continue.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, it's also not showing in full screen.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if you could do that.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
You could tell this has happened to me before, so I know exactly where to go.
Love it. And this is why we practice. Welcome to the test kitchen, y'all. All right, continue.
So definitely Palm Beach County. So Palm Beach County, it's supposed to be they're raising Palm Beach County to be the Silicon Valley, the second Silicon Valley of the US. And we all know that Palm Beach County is very well known because of Palm Beach Island, all the old wealth and new money that's there
Mm,
in addition to the PGA National, well, it used to be called the PGA National Golfing Tour. So we are known for those different events that are highlighted in a big way in Florida. So luxury short-term rentals and ecosystems for co-working is very popular here. There's a lot of smaller communities and hubs within Palm Beach County, Lake Worth, Delray Beach, Pompano Beach, Boca Raton, where the more affluent are, and it's kind of a central point between Miami and Orlando. So it's a sweet spot as well. And
Mhm.
it's one of the most high in demand coastal market towns in Florida. So why not Palm Beach County? So a short-term rental night, we'll go with the first model, which is the short-term rental. The short-term rental night here can average $380 a night. So having the possibility of providing a room space where someone is paying $380, they have access to golf, a business hub, a luxury event spot, and it's close to the beach. It's about 15-20 minutes tops to the beach. The golf course is backing the property, so there is so many pluses for the property that I have identified. There's an average percent when they check short-term market rates, it's a 52% market rate, which is really good. And then in Florida, we had over 143 million visitors in 2024. So that is just so much opportunity right there. And the important thing about it is when you are looking for a property, don't look for anything with a homeowner association because that can definitely restrict you from who you can rent to, if you can even rent, and just have no boundaries. You want to be able to create your own boundaries and create your own community. So that's the thought here.
I love
So,
that. Especially
yeah,
since somebody, I think it was Misha, who said
mhm.
when she thinks of community, she thinks of HOA.
Yeah.
Now, not this community, Misha, not this community. But I want you to
Yes.
give people that aren't familiar with Palm Beach a sense of what living in Palm Beach is like. Just not reading from your slide. Just draw us a picture, paint us a picture of Palm
Yeah,
Beach.
that's what yeah. So if it didn't come across clear, we have the PGA National Golf Course here. So every year it's now called the Cognizant Golf Tournament. So that's one of the biggest golf tournaments that they have here. There's this big debate with Florida, Wellington. Wellington is an equestrian community.
Oh, cool.
So riding, if you want to go see a polo match. I was so excited for my first game where I saw the people literally after the match go out and stomp to put the grass back into the holes that the horses, their hooves
No way.
dug out. So that is like so exciting. Especially to see the horses up front and the beauty of it, it's to see all colors of people doing it. It's everybody. So you are very much comfortable. In
Cool.
Palm Beach County, especially the East Coast side of Palm Beach County,
Mhm.
you are at least anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes from the beach. And there's no parking charge either in most of those places.
Oh, that's good to know.
So going down to Miami and have to, pay for parking space, that's a little bit of a sticker shock for me.
I
I'm
love
used to,
that.
like I said, no boundaries. So when I say no boundaries with the HOA, I mean like I'm not a really good rule follower, so
Okay.
no
All right.
boundaries.
I have you painted a picture for me at least. What about the rest of you guys? Like, Palm Beach County? Let's keep it moving, honey. Continue.
Yes, affluent. It's the affluent side of Florida. It has a lot of high end, and then the corridor, you have the I-95 and the Turnpike, very close proximity to each other. So getting access to and from the airports, the your workplace, if you have to go to a meeting, it's not as congested as the southern area of Florida. So that's why I chose Palm Beach County. So the target is to make 20,000 to 26,000 a month, um, roughly $264,000 a year. Fun fact, I was originally looking in Lake Worth Beach, and that area I was looking at a multifamily.
Hold on a second.
Sure.
There it is.
Is it better? Hello?
Hold on. Did
Okay.
I do it? I didn't do it. I'm trying to disconnect audio on the iPad and it won't. Okay, there we go. All right, better now. Go for it.
Wait, I think, well, I can't see you guys, so my apologies if I can't see you guys anymore.
What
Don't know
is
what
it?
happened.
It's okay. I don't know why you can't see them either, but
Okay.
all is good. Go for it.
Okay. So fun fact, like I was mentioning, Lake Worth Beach, I was looking there and the properties were very nice, but they were multi-families. And the first year I would have made roughly 100 anywhere, depending on the different properties I was looking at, because I was looking at a minimum of 6 rooms.
Mhm.
So it would have been 6 units. I was looking at to rent the entire unit and create the space that we had here. Um, it would have been roughly 144 to 199,000. I would
Wow.
have potentially done in the year. And once I did the short-term rental, that skyrocketed to 64. So thanks to Daphne and her presentation, I was like, oh, why not do short-term rental? Then I don't have to worry about anybody being there full time, So that's great. So the shared short-term rental, 5 rooms, 180 to 260 nights. So not even charging the full amount. It's a golf view, pool view, no HOA, easy $14,000 a month plus. The co-working space, that's with 10 members, a day pass, and monthly plans, executive lounge and office, 3,000 a month with membership. Now, a plug here is for Zoom and Bloom. I'm not trying to manage the co-working space, so I would defer and do partnerships in order to do that. And then the events, I'll definitely do that part because I like to party. So golf groups, having golf groups using the space, corporate groups using the space. There's a patio with full grill, smoker, pool. So it's a great space, and that can be an easy 500K a month. The thing about the property, the goal is that members use the property gratis, no additional charge. Um, the individuals that nonprofits at least 3 times for the year, nonprofits would also be able to use the property gratis.
Okay.
So this is just a room by room tentative breakdown, and this is just a presentation of an idea of what the rooms could cost. The average room size, and I don't know if you guys are used to square footage. The house is pretty big, so the average room size is about 800 square feet. So anywhere from, I think the smallest one is just over 700 square feet, but the rooms are pretty big. And almost every room has its own bathroom.
I love it. And just to give you guys a sense of the luxury of the space, I invited Allison to a tea party that some realtors invited me to. And it was for, little did I know, a $9.4 million property. And Allison comes in and she's looking around. She's like, oh my God, this is like a replica of the place that I found, but small. This is a bigger version. This is the mansion version of my place, but it looks like this. And the layout was gorgeous, you guys. It had a freaking elevator to get upstairs. It had,
Mine didn't have an elevator,
right,
just
right.
saying.
But just like to give you a sense of like the luxury, the opulence, the elegance
Mhm.
of it. It's a really nice space. And I haven't even seen your space yet, but I already know it's
Right.
a good thing. Okay, go on.
And the beauty of it, if you look at these prices, it's not it's not breaking the bank. You know, it's the average rate of a hotel room, but you have an entire house space that you can just be free with. You
Yeah.
could DoorDash anything. And if you look at the bottom of the slides, the 5 rooms at 60% occupancy. So that's not even full occupancy that we're able to add the co-working space and the events and still make the 20 to $26,000 a month.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
who do we need around this table? Emotionally stable partners who know themselves, people that are courageous and resilient, get knocked down, let's just redirect. The goal is to get to your goal. Open mind, no egos. It's about the ideas. Willing to learn, willing to pivot, willing to hear, willing to be uncomfortable. And my favorite word, love. So grace and love. So treat others with grace and love. Be generous with patience, honesty, 100%, and genuine care.
Mm.
So the emotional stability, yes, folks, it's not just about the building and the business idea. It's the mindset and the emotions all into it. So the foundation for every lasting partnership at the Grove, my goal is that when you move off, if there was anything, you're complete. You can handle a physical space, an emotional space, your environment. So to have it, self-awareness, regulate, no reactive processes, conflict without drama or blame. To seek it, look for people who paused before, and all of this could be applied to your own business. They are rare and um, irreplaceable. That's my bestie, Misha. We didn't talk for about 5 years. Yes, being fully transparent. She was getting married. Somehow we got reconnected. The day we reconnected, my ex-husband dropped me off at the house, at her house, because that's the day we were connecting, and said, oh, I'm not coming back for you. So didn't have a choice. Spent the night, and the rest is history. We've
Wow.
been reconnected since.
As in that was the end of your marriage?
Oh, no, no. Me and him was separated then anyway.
Oh, okay. So
But yeah, 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 yeah. No, he was going off to do something with friends, and he's like, I'm not coming back for you, you
okay.
know? So yeah.
And he didn't need to because you were with your best friend. And
Exactly.
beautiful.
So that's, that's the nature of the person it was, and it's a two-person thing. We had to be both in the space
Yeah,
to reconnect in such of a way.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, protect it. Guard your own peace daily. I love that Karen every morning she's meditating, journaling, just taking in the elements. So that's a non-negotiable at the Grove. That's a non-negotiable with me. I guard my peace, model it. So your partner's modeling it and bringing it and being emotionally present. So a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. So just remembering how to respond because it definitely changes. So the people, the code, so be courageous, be resilient, have love and grace. That's the
Mm.
code that we're asking.
Cool.
Open mind, don't waste time. So always keep an open mind. Every conversation, be willing to be wrong. Be the best idea. Let the best idea wins, regardless of who made it. Generosity is more valuable than certainty, and closed minds close doors. So that's my focus. That's my takeaway. I don't even want to look at don't waste your time because to me, that's wasting my time. And before I continue, any questions so far? Anything anybody wants me to go in more deeper with? And I'll take that as a no.
I'm looking at I can't see the participants either. Where'd y'all go? You can see them here. You guys yell out if you have any questions or raise your hand, your digital hand or your physical hand.
Nope,
Uh,
no questions. Sounding good, Miss Allison.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
I have a question, darling, and I know you
Sure.
said that you decided to rethink the model for this space
Mm-hmm.
after one of our members, you guys, one of last Test Kitchen episode. We do this every month. So last month's Test Kitchen, we presented Daphne Simon, who does short-term rentals, and she was encouraging us as entrepreneurs to think about ways in which we can benefit from opening up our home to a short-term rental, or even if we have like a garage or something that we can convert to create additional income. And so, Allison, I heard you say that you started rethinking this model as a result of that. And I know that your intention was also to create a community inside of this space. Have you given, and it looks like it's a six-bedroom space, and five of
Mm-hmm.
the rooms you're thinking of opening it up to short-term rentals. If
Mm-hmm.
all five to short-term rentals, majority of the people will be transient and not regular folks who live there. So have
Mm-hmm.
you given the thought to what community looks like if there's so much turnover in terms of the people who are present?
So I am open for it, but with the project being so young, so I am open to open up the rooms to more permanency.
Yeah.
And I look at it, so there's so much. So there's a room, there's a house next door to this one that's for sale, and all the houses on a cul-de-sac. So at first when I saw the house, I was like, nope, that can't be the house.
Right.
There's nowhere I could afford that house. And then I saw the house next to it for sale, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my little community. Because it's a cul-de-sac. Everybody there is, there's two homes next door to each other for sale. I was like, wouldn't it be beautiful if I could get the spot next door? And then it's literally walking distance from each other.
Mm.
It's a walkable community, everything.
Mm.
So it's anywhere it could. So this is the model to start it off,
Mm.
but the community is to have, I've always said in all my models over the years, a space where it's shared space, independent space, own living,
Mhm.
because you have to start somewhere, So anybody in the community, even with my previous model, they're entrepreneurs who are looking to start up and go. So the maximum time they would be there is 18 months. Because especially if you're a model that already started, now you're in a community where it's multiple people there supporting you. So the goal is to transition you out of a shared space into a singular space, then to ownership.
Right. And I know originally, and Dr. Marie, I see you have a question too, so I'm going to pick on you shortly. But first, I want to piggyback a little bit on what you said about the it being some like the idea is to give us an incubation period, a period to be able to focus on 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 the business that we're building, not have to worry
Mm-hmm.
about where we're living, that it's safe, that we're in community,
Mm-hmm.
that we're building their businesses. So 18 months is what you're allowing us to stay there with the idea that in that amount of time, our business has grown such that we can support ourselves differently and we can move out and make space for other entrepreneurs to come in,
Right.
younger entrepreneurs in terms of business, not age.
Yes.
And so that's great. And the cost of it, because looking at the prices here, $150 a night, um,
That's the shared,
that's
that
if
remember,
you're
that's the short-term concept.
right. So
So
if it were, yeah, how much would it be?
so for a room space, now the shared space is about 1200.
Mhm.
So the shared space is about 1200 and the independent space is about $2,000.
Okay.
So that's the max, and that's including your light, your water, the ability to use the utilities, the monthly meetings, the free access, the opportunity to have an event, um, and in
Access to the
addition,
pool, right? There's a pool and a
well,
beach,
no, that property doesn't have a pool.
but there's a beach nearby.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, it's a requirement for me.
Yeah, good,
The
good.
beach is always half an hour away at the most.
Well, good stuff. I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
Dr. Marie, what's your question? And welcome, Janice. Queen Janice is here, you guys.
Welcome,
On
Janice.
camera.
Thanks for coming.
Thank
So
you.
I love the vision, everything I've heard so far, and I love that we did the words in the beginning. But my first thought is this open only to faith-based people? And if this is a faith-based,
Question.
It is. That's why I mentioned, and that's I wanted to make that clear. It is faith-based, but it's not discriminating against anybody else. It's just I wanted to make sure that's why I'm only pulling out the ones that are really highlighting for me, in the process. But it's anybody. It doesn't matter what they are or who they are. It's open to them.
So you don't require that the residents be faith-based, have any
No,
particular denomination.
they don't have to go to church, you know. I'm just saying it is for everything I do goes with God first. So I'm just putting my transparency there.
That's fair.
But if you know me, most of the time, I don't always, my last name says it for me, so I don't have to say anything more.
God wins all time.
hmm So I don't push it. I just keep it simple.
Good stuff. All right, just to recap. So if it were, because originally what we saw on the screen was for the short-term rental idea, but recap
hmm
again, if you were to have the financing so that you can give it immediately to people who are entrepreneurs who want to take this on for 18 months. And do you require them to have like a lease for 18 months or is it just 1 year?
No, that is negotiable from case to case because everybody's different.
Right, right. So you'd work
And
with,
it will be something that would be revisited. So in my program, it's a 3-month commitment at least.
okay, that's fair. And what's the least amount of rent and the highest again from what to
The
2000?
room shared is 1200
Okay,
and the independent room is 2000.
it's not bad. I like that.
And plus the goal is when you make referrals, you get discounts. You get like if you don't have transport, you get, pay your rent on time, you get ride share
Well,
vouchers.
I love that for rides.
Yeah.
What have
Yeah,
you
because
given any thought to meals? Like, will there be shared meals? Is that included in
that
your?
no meals because cost, I would love, in a perfect world, I like to have it on a farm so we all garden too. But
Exactly. Go,
yeah. But I see Douglas have a question.
go, Doug.
Yes, Allison. First of all, thank you for sharing you were very honest and very transparent. So I know I can speak for myself. I definitely greatly appreciate that. I'm just curious, what would and you semi touched on it, but what would the vetting process look like as far as how would we, or how would you go about choosing the right person? I know you said it's kind of open to everybody, regardless of, you don't want to be necessarily too picky, but was there
Hmm.
any criteria? Is there anything that would raise a red flag where, oh, this person definitely would not qualify to participate? Like what process as far as underwriting and vetting did you have in mind? Or did you have anything like that in mind?
Oh, for sure. That's why it's a holistic mindset. So these are the daily steps, and that actually takes me into here, which is the vetting. So the integrity. So making sure that those relationships, there's integrity with, because we're coming from a community space, so we would probably already know each other, even if it's a referral. If you refer someone to me, I'm going to take a percentage of knowing you and put value on that person and then get to know that person. The accountability, the compassion. As entrepreneurs, I'm not looking at credit because, when my dad did his establishment, the banks were not even looking at the people to give them the land or even consider for them to build their house. So it's not a credit thing. That's part of the package in order for you, I would love to have someone who could work on credit. So those who are struggling with credit, it's an opportunity for them to lower their expenses and then strategize and adjust the credit. The goal is when you move, your credit is good. If you want to buy a house, you could buy a house. If you want to buy a building or replicate this model, great. Kudos. I want that. Your accountability to the group. It's about giving back those monthly meetings, just like Karen is having this opportunity for me to present as a member of the group. It's the give back of you sharing some of your expertise to the members, and then the members are referring into community. So that way we are building each other up by using each other's service.
Mm.
Does that answer your question?
As a matter of fact, yes. You one of the things that I was thinking about was and maybe just because I'm too locked in from a business standpoint, but yeah, credit checks and things like that are coming to things that were coming to mind. But I think you did a great job of explaining why you don't want to necessarily go in that direction. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's better to get them in the door. And once we're there, then we can work on the finances, the credit, and work on building them up so they can reach greater heights. So you did a great job.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. You properly answered that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's all about the mindset of the individual. If someone is in the mindset to make the change and all they're looking for is the ways to do it in an honest, communal way,
Mhm.
that they're in.
Love it.
They're in because it's just about them doing the work because we can't do the work for them.
Mm. Yeah,
And the faith here is about their vision. They have to have faith in themselves and what they have, what is their purpose. So faith doesn't just only mean faith as in God the Father. For me, that's the first and foremost because the vision for me comes from Him. But faith just is the word itself moving with the vision in the room, to move forward.
beautiful. Anything else you want to show us, Allison, yeah, how we get there? Because
Yeah.
I want to get to where we can see everybody again because we have two
Yes.
people and
Yes.
we get to.
So yes, so we're pretty much almost at the end. So this is how we get here, the loan structure. So different, honestly, owner financing is the best way because that's what I was raised on. My dad had us traveling the world back in the 70s, 80s, 60s, and 90s. He died and he had two generations of people still living off of his wealth, both the liquid and the physical wealth. So, owner financing is a way to create opportunities for people that other people would flinch on. There are grant programs. So whatever state, city, county you're in, all of them offer grants. All of them offer the opportunity for the grants to overlap. Seek your experts in those areas to help you. I'm a person who sit and, dig and find those things out. So I go to events and all of that, network, build relationships, in order to do that. So that helps with that part. And how can you be a part of it is investment partnership. So if you have the capital to invest with it, let's talk. If you want to be an operations partner, like Chantel does social media, that's great because as businesses and entrepreneurs, we're able to get that information there. She does the content creation, she assists with that. Test kitchen, we have this space, but then Karen didn't mention she also does the healthy eating as well. So she can guide us in that area there. That's why she was probably mentioning food. And then the strategic partners. My background is finance. My background is social service. My background is advocacy. So I know a little bit of legal as well, but I'm not an attorney, but I could definitely practice in finances so I can help you with that. And then for the community, it's to open doors for each person that they may be able to build a community of their own around their purpose and their vision.
Mm.
So the next step, if you're going to consider doing something, pull your annual credit. If you haven't done it, submit for a grant. You want a house? You don't have a house? You already have a house and the house need repairs? Find out what grants are they out there for that. Create your business structure if you haven't. In my case, creating that. And then the grove reveals our very essence. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that's Philippians 4:13. So the main thing for me is emotional stability, surrounding yourself with the right people, keeping the right mind, leading with grace, and not wasting your own time or anybody else's time. Take action. I had to learn this has been sitting on my shelf in multiple different ways. I've tracked it back all the way to 2021.
Wow. Wow. And here we
You
are.
know, yes, and here we are now. So thank you everyone for joining me tonight and joining Karen. And Karen, thank you for the opportunity to have me in Test Kitchen. Um,
Love it. Stop sharing your screen, love, so we can see
good.
you
Thank you.
and
I was
all.
gonna.
And everybody join me in giving her a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. And let's welcome Janice to the room as well as Dr. Nina. I saw you come in. Please share if you haven't shared out loud. We went around the room earlier to have folks share what the word community means to them. And words came up like love, HOA fees is one thing somebody said. Infrastructure, environment. So what's one word that comes to your mind? Janice, if you're able to come off mute and speak to us, we'd love to hear your voice. Or even after hearing Allison speak, I know you caught some of that. And for Nina, what came up for her is sharing, the word sharing.
Mhm.
Yeah, somebody said that too. We love that idea. Anything for you,
Are you
Janice?
are you hearing me?
We hear you now.
Yes.
Okay. What community means to me? Community means to me empowering each other.
Yes,
Mhm.
I love that. That sounds like you. Very good stuff. What's funny, Janice, you just arrived now, but earlier, Alice and I were talking about how I invited her to the tea party where we got to see this $9.4 million home. Janice was the one who it was her people, I think a board of that she's on that was putting this tea party together. And so I got the invitation from her to come to this tea party. I invite Allison. I arrive late, and Allison, and I'm wanting to introduce Allison to Janice. And when I
Yes.
finally meet up with Allison, she's like, "Oh my God, I met the most amazing person," and it happens to be Janice. I'm like, "Well, that's who I want you to meet." So what I love about Beautifully Fed Collective, I feel like my space, Zoom and Bloom, and even my physical spaces is where I get to connect people in real life all the time. And it happens here, it happens here. And my people like go out into the world and meet one another. So I love that the two of you met. I love that you shared this vision with her a little bit. And yeah, I can't wait to hear what comes from it, from that
For
connection.
you.
Knowing just having somebody like see your vision and believe in you is everything, right?
Yes.
So I love it. How did it feel to expose yourself to the group and share all of this like in front of people?
It feels, I feel relief because it definitely gives me more accountability
Yeah.
on taking the action because I'm a problem solver of everybody else. So
Mm,
now this is my problem I have to solve, and it's problem is probably a bad word to describe it, but I have to create this.
yeah.
So finding the
You
ways
get
to
to
create
create.
it. Yeah, I get to create this. So I have the opportunity now to, and when I saw that since 2021, I was like, wow. And I saw the different ways I looked at it in 2021. I was looking at it from just community living.
Mm,
And then it went to mental health because I have a sister with mental health. So creating a community where we can, have this space of grace for individuals like that. And then it went to a community of, it was COVID time. So don't want to deal with all these people with, you know, everybody's complaining about this. Just deal with the same thing. It was going to have a lawyer, it was going to have an electrician, it was going to, all those different people it was going to have in the community living off the grid, but still being in society, but coming back home and being a family. And now you see it all over social media how families are talking about buying up spaces of land and or how they've been doing it for years.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
It's my birthright. I have a whole place in Trinidad named after me, so I need to do something to live up to that, right?
You already are. You already are. You told us that story about your dad being
Yeah.
homeless, going from being homeless to creating community for his family and for others who might be
Hmm.
struggling with homelessness. And so you are that legacy. And thank you for
Hmm.
sharing it with us. Really beautiful stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are folks thinking? What are your reflections? Please share out loud. I'm so glad you all are here. And I said this goes until 8:30. Usually we have that kind of time, but Allison does have to leave in about 10 minutes.
Mm.
But we've got some time till then. We've got 10 minutes. Hey, Simone, what did you think?
I thought it was beautifully structured and planned out and very thorough and very specific. It reminded me of an idea I had a long time ago, but just never fleshed it out, never did anything with it because there's just always just so much stuff going on. But it's beautiful, and I can totally see it expanding and growing out into other states. I'm like, man, that'd be awesome in California. Amazing. So
Exactly.
I have a good friend, Caesar. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Caesar, who was very, heavily into real estate. And I was like, oh, if we have another one, I'm going to invite him so he can hear this as well and, see if this is something he'd like to get into.
We
Caesar.
don't have to wait. We could move.
Yeah, it's true.
Where's Caesar based? I forget.
Caesar is based out here in
In
California.
California too, I thought so. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
It's a model. This is a model that when I did my homework, they have it a lot in Europe.
Hmm.
Mm.
So it's not that it's not it's the first. So you could do it anywhere. That's the goal for it to happen anywhere.
Good stuff.
Hmm.
Miss Fabulous is here. Welcome, Miss Fabulous. Alison just finished her presentation about
Hmm.
Home Reimagined, and we're just sharing our reflections on it. Um, I want to give each of you, Janice, Nina, and Miss Fabulous, if you could put into the chat, everybody has shared one word that what community means to you, one word that describes community, and also who you are in the world, where you live, and I think that's it, right? In the one word. Yeah, put that in the chat. I will send out an email afterwards letting folks know who is in the room and connecting you guys via email. Because one of the beautiful things about the Beautifully Fed Collective is, like I said, we're a very generous group of people, and we really do want to connect. We ask for your number and we will call you. We
Yes.
don't just collect your numbers. We will reach out and support one another, and it's a really beautiful thing. I would love, again, thank you so much for this, Alison. Thank you for
You're
including
welcome.
the Beauty Fed Collective also in, are we a strategic partner? Are we a community partner? Which one? I feel like I fall into a number of them, but where did you see me fitting in?
Obviously
Uh,
strategic.
strategic. Yeah, no.
Yeah. You're gonna be mixing up. You're
Mix
gonna be a little
that
callaloo. You're gonna be mixing up everything.
all the things.
Yeah.
So
But
I know, go ahead. Definitely what? Definitely strategic.
so yes. And that's another thing I wanted to ask everyone. Um you heard the presentation. Now, what were your thoughts running through your mind? One word of something Simone already expressed, and if you like to express again, one word of something that you had buried, or it may have stirred up something that
Yeah.
you haven't jumped on yet. So, one word about that thought for what may have stirred up in you.
Or one project or something
Yeah.
that you
One word, one project, one sentence. Those are your options.
yeah. Or something you've forgotten about that you want to bring back up. Or even if your word for community has changed since this conversation began, please share that. I know you did. Yeah, you're going to reach out to Allison. Nina's going to reach
Okay.
out to
Thank
you.
you, Nina. Sure.
Dr. Nina is our optician, right?
Oh.
Optometrist. Optometrist,
Oh,
Dr. That's
yes.
that,
Oh,
Dr.
Dr. Nina.
Nina. That's where I
Oh.
got my glasses, y'all. Dr. Nina.
Yes.
We love her. And Miss
Yes,
Fabulous
welcome.
McIntyre, those events here in South Florida. And if you
Mhm.
could come on camera, Miss Fabulous, that would be fantastic. And I told you Janice is it a realtor or mortgage broker, right? Queen Janice, she's a queen. I met her at her party. It was like Queen on Thrones or something having to do with throne. There was a throne involved. So I call her Queen, and she was wearing a crown. So she's Queen Janice for me. And yeah, this is who you all are. One thing I want before you guys go, my Beautifully Fed Collective members, for folks who don't know what Zoom and Bloom is all about, how would you describe Zoom and Bloom, and what's maybe one thing you got out of Zoom and Bloom in the time that you've been part of the community? Say something. Let the people know.
Freaking awesome.
I
That,
love it.
that
And it doesn't quite tell them what it is.
well, it's a co-working space where we're all on Zoom and we have these periods where we all whether you have to make phone calls or send emails or just want someone to hold you accountable to what you're doing. We have those moments where we go away and do what we need to do and then come back and check in and then we talk about what it was that we did when we took an hour or 15 minutes or whatever the designated time was, what it was we did during that time. And then when just before we go into another co-working period of time, then we list what it is that what our intentions are for that time. So it's just wonderful, and it's a sharing of heart and soul, positive energy and loving energy, and just wonderful. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, it's beautiful people in this space. I love it. Thank you for that, Simone. Anybody else want to add something? Chantel, Dr. Marie.
Okay, trying to think of the best words for this. I mean, it's a place where, especially if any of you guys are in part of the neuro spicy community, if you're having a hard time focusing and you like the accountability, this is a place to go. And again, you have to write stuff down and now you have accountability of like, all right, well, I said it to them, so now I gotta get it done within certain time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially those days when you really don't feel like it, but you know you got a deadline.
I'm telling you, something about it. I don't know. I'm neurospicy too, y'all. I've got ADHD, and something I just need to have a witness. I need somebody here, or what I call adult supervision, an adult in the room, because I'll be off doing Lord knows what when I need to be doing exactly what I need to be doing. And the minute I log in, I'm like I'm zoned in, and things just get done. They just get done. Anything you want to add to that, Dr. Marie?
I mean, I think it's covered. I would say it's what the word you started with in terms of community. So whether you work from home, whether you have a regular job, I think it's a place where it's nice to see other people's faces you actually want to see. So if you have a job, a lot of us work with people we don't even care for. So when you come here, you actually look for seriously. And I've
It's
lived it. I've lived it for 13 years of my life. But if you're lucky that you actually have that space, but being able to come in and you know you focus and the people you're coming to see actually look forward to seeing you. Again, I don't know what kind of jobs or company you work for. Those are not a given. So for me, it's just being able to see the familiar faces, be accountable, and knowing I will at least get one thing done because I'm focused
mm-hmm.
and I get to, share that, maybe on the hour and knowing like by the end of this, something will get done and you get to be productive and it doesn't feel like you're in a job and you're not isolated during that time. So again, it's community at its best without having to commute or
Yeah,
leave my house.
love it. Or pay HOA fees, Misha. You get to avoid that piece of it.
Oh boy, I love it. Well, I just want to say again, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Karen. Again, thank you for the opportunity. I
Allison,
have,
before you jump, put in your information in the chat because some people want to follow up with you about your
okay.
presentation. I promise everybody who registered will get the notes from this as well as what do I want to give you? The notes and the recording. So you can go back and watch. Cool. And thank you so much for coming. Thanks for being here. This was great. Great conversation. Thank you, cousin Purnell. Thanks, Simone. Bye,
Mhm.
Douglas. I want to say I love saying how I know people. So Douglas, I met at an event on Tuesday in Miramar. You guys, South Florida people. It was a event given by BID, business. What does it stand for? Business something development.
I think it was brown bags,
Yeah, it was a
something
brown
called
bag
yeah,
luncheon
brown bag luncheon. Um,
for
I know what
credit
you're talking about.
repair.
But it was
And
specifically about yeah, about repairing credit, which kind of
yeah,
tied into what Allison was presenting. That's kind of one of the reasons why I asked her that question because we had just gotten a wonderful presentation about credit and how important it is. So
Mhm.
but yeah, it was a great presentation, but even more important than the presentations was I got a chance to meet you and now I'm here and this was an amazing, amazing presentation. So thank you very much, Allison.
yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But I have a hard stop, so
I know
I'm
you gotta go.
sorry. I
No
gotta
problem.
jump.
You could jump. We'll stay. Did you put your
Okay.
information in the chat?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
beautiful. So I'll make sure
Okay.
to get it. I will send you guys all out an email. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
You're welcome. Bye.
Um, bye, Allison. If you guys have additional questions, feel free to share, and I'll just stay here to say goodbye to you. Hey, Miss Fabulous.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Misha. Glad you could be here. Ciao.
Mm. You're welcome. Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Dr. Marie. The Zoom Bloom will be back open shortly. I'll open that up later. Doug, I'll follow up with you to give you information about Zoom and Bloom if it's something that you'd want to be part of too, particularly
Yes,
if
please do. Please do. As well as I know I was supposed to remind you about Daphne, so I can talk to you
yes,
offline if you need me to.
definitely.
Yeah, I know you have my number, so feel free to let me know. And if there's any way I can get her in contact with some general contractors that can be of assistance to her, I'd be happy to do that.
I would love that. Thank you, my dear. Thanks for the reminder.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
already forgot my mind. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
no problem, no problem, no problem. Yeah, look, I had to write it down, so you told me I wrote it down, so we're
You,
kind of in the same boat.
good to meet you. Good to know you,
It's
Douglas.
an absolute pleasure. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening.
You do the same, honey. Cousin Pernell, thank you for being in the room. Lani, Lani, Lani. You're muted, honey. I can't hear a thing you're saying. I'm gonna leave from here.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
having me.
Definitely.
It was a good group, good meeting.
Right?
Yeah.
I
Um,
attract some good people.
yeah.
Always fun.
I will I'll definitely have to check in with you when I'm ready to do something.
Yeah. Let me know.
I
You said
will.
I started to tell a story about how you're the first person I ever met who got me thinking about community in this larger way of being living in community when you came over for one of my New Year's Day brunches when I was married to Steve, and you opened up with, yes, I'm gonna start I want to build a farm.
Oh,
And
you
mind you, we're like Brooklyn, New York, and people look at him like, what the fuck? Who the hell is this? What you mean? And he's like,
I
growing
remember the
vegetables.
conversation.
Dope is, and we were much younger then. It was like 20 years ago. And it
You
was
were
just the most foreign thought to come out of that conversation. But I never forgot it. And now I feel like I'm moving closer to that idea than ever.
oh,
So
that's
yeah, I love
that's
it.
that's very interesting.
Yeah. Is it something you still consider? Now you're making all the babies?
You know, I've had so many things cross my path since that time,
Yeah.
and I have a coworker that is encouraging me to do some stuff. So I'm kind of in between. Like, I'm trying to make any decisions yet because my coworker presented me with some ideas, and I was like, wow, okay, oh, that sounds like that. I never thought of that before. So
Good stuff.
yeah, so he kind of got me thinking more internationally about stuff, and I was like, okay, all right, thanks for sharing that idea.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm kind of things I'm doing in Baltimore. I think I mentioned a while ago that I'm trying to get to a place where I can let go some of the weights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. I need to let go some of the weight that I've been carrying for so long. And
Good.
yeah, it's been holding on to me really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can choose to let it go at any moment. I'm glad you think you're ready.
Yeah. So I'm slowly working through some stuff,
Yeah.
and it's funny because when you
Ah.
get things done, initially you are like, okay, I need to do this. How am I gonna do it? That was
Mhm.
the approach, and then I just said, I'm gonna do it, and that's just been my approach is do it. And
Good.
so now I see there's some progression. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The
because
path shows up once we start taking the steps. We keep
Mhm,
thinking we need to know how first, and
mhm,
that's the mistake we make. Just start taking a step, any step, and the
mhm.
clarity comes. It comes. All right,
Yeah.
darling. We're gonna talk more. I gotta jump into the other Zoom. But thanks
Okay.
again. Tell Michelle I said hey, and I hope she's doing well, okay? Mwah. All right, babe. Bye, Michelle.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.